Pokemon GO was released exactly 2,167 days ago, and a lot of weird stuff has gone down since then. Here's 8 minutes of useless information about Pokemon GO that you didn't know and didn't need to know. If you turn Whismur around, you could see its, well, I mean, that speaks for itself.
Nice.
Which is an incredible feature in a kid's game. If you set a flying Pokemon as your buddy and have it fly around the map with you, it will push the rocket balloons out of the way. Move aside, Team Rocket. This is a no-fly zone. If you set Meloetta as your buddy, the music from Pokemon Go Fest 2021 will play. And the song depends on which Pikachu you chose, Rockstar or Popstar. Let's test this. Jesus, I didn't turn the music on. Yeah. Swapping buddies. Bringing in Meloetta. Let's see. It works! Cool! Yeah! As an overworld spawn, Nosepass will always face north. Even if you click on Nosepass, which will cause it to look at you, it will turn right back and look north. So if you're ever lost in nature, you don't need a compass, you just need Nosepass. When they were released, the cries of Mega Charizard X and Y are actually swapped. X had Y's cry, and Y had X's cry. Legend says they're still switched to this day. When Pokemon Go launched, the song Gotta Catch 'Em All was the #1 most streamed song on Spotify, and it's still a certified banger to this day. Kecleon is the last Pokemon from Generation 3 to be released into Pokemon Go. Legend has it he hides in every single picture Pokemon Go tweets out, like this one, and this one, and this one. Speaking of Kecleon, this little monster was actually released momentarily into Pokemon Go during Chikorita Community Day. You can find videos of the encounter on YouTube and across social media. The only catch was, every time you caught Kecleon, it actually turned into a Ditto. GG's Pokemon Go, the ultimate troll. If you get photobombed by a Smeargle while photographing a Pokemon with the move Return, the Smeargle will get a different, randomly selected charge move instead. The first person to catch all 151 Pokemon was actually a cheater. The trade button includes an Eevee and a Pikachu because the trading feature dropped the same time as Pokemon Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu, which was a very underrated game, might I add. Had a lot of fun with that one. A 100% Eevee Shuckle at level 43 is 420 CP. The move Charm historically isn't an attacking move. In the main series game, it's only a status move, but in Pokemon Go, an exception had to be made, which in turn made it one of the best moves for PvP, at least one of my favorites. In your Pokedex, all the Pokemon face to the left, except Skitty. What a rebel pushing the limits of society. If Greedent gets hit with a charge move in Go Battle League, it drops berries, which is actually a reference to the anime because he always had dem berries on him, which is also explained in his Pokedex description. It stashes berries in its tail, so many berries that they fall out constantly. But this Pokemon is a bit slow-witted, so it doesn't notice the loss. F's in chat for all of our lost berries. Salamence and Dunsparce are roughly the same height. Imagine walking through a city, only to look up and see a massive Salamence flying your way, followed by a similarly sized slug. When getting best buddies with Unknown, the badge is not actually attached to the Pokemon, which is really irritating. Like very. When taking an AR photo of your Pokemon, you can rotate your phone and the Pokemon won't move. Doduo is slightly and annoyingly off-centered when encountered in the wild, which is even more annoying than the whole best buddy unknown thing. Armored Mewtwo knows completely different moves than regular Mewtwo. Technically, they're two different Pokemon, but like, they're not. You can tell the difference between a male and a female Magikarp by the color of the whiskers. Male is gold, while female is white. You are more likely to get a shiny Pokemon while grunting.
Yes, nice, dude.
Although Flying Pikachu has been around in the Pokemon franchise for over a decade, the one in Pokemon Go is designed specifically and only for Pokemon Go. The Shiny Mew released in Pokemon Go during the Kanto Tour was the first ever Shiny Mew in the Pokemon franchise history to be released worldwide. That means that if you caught that exact Shiny Mew, you own a little piece of Pokemon history. You cannot see the iconic shiny sparkles when catching shiny mythical Pokemon from special research because the game forces you to catch them in AR. But it does make for some sick 360 quickscope clips. I think we attempted 360, right? Right. Right.
Oh my god, I actually hit it. I actually hit it. Okay, sick. 360 that. Very nice. Do you guys remember when we caught Shiny Celebi? We're just spinning around in circles in my living room. I almost threw up, actually.
If you tie in the Go Battle League, you both lose. In your friends list, if there's a blue glow around someone's picture, it means you've interacted with them that day, which is honestly like super helpful when trying to get best or lucky friends. Cubone has the most depressing Pokedex description in history. The lonely Pokemon. Cubone pines for the mother it will never see again. Seeing a likeness of its mother in the full moon, it cries. The stains on the skull the Pokemon wears are made by the tears it sheds. Jesus Christ, man. You can tell the difference between a male and female Torchic from the freckle on the butt only of the male. Not sure what's up with Pokemon and butts. When interacting with your buddy in AR, you can swipe to spin your Pokemon around. Back when the game first came out in 2016, you could use HTML code to make the name of your Pokemon bold or italicized. There are only 3 Pokemon with the flying type background. Tornadus, which is the only pure flying type in Pokemon Go, Noibat, and Noivern, which is a shame because it looks super cool. Stuffle has a tag on its butt as if it were a stuffed animal. Again, man, Pokemon and butts. What's going on here? In the Go Battle League, the move Hidden Power always has the animation of an electric type move, but it won't tell you how effective the move is. This way, it's hidden from your opponents, hence Hidden Power. If you Mega Evolve a Pokemon, it will fully restore its health. And you can power up a fainted Pokemon to give it 1 health, then use potions to heal it up instead of using revives. This is actually super duper helpful if you ever run low on revives. The blue glow behind a Pokemon in your inventory means you've caught that Pokemon within the last 24 hours. The Eevee evolution name trick can only be used once per Eevee. Snivy is the only starter so far to have its shiny released not during a community day. It was actually released during the Unova celebration event and was impossible to get. Then it had its own community day 3 months later. When Melmetal faints, it melts into the ground. You can move your tags around by holding down on them and moving up or down. This literally blew my mind. You have no idea how shocked I was when I saw this. When you evolve a Pokemon, you get 1 extra candy for that Pokemon. Pokemon Go was apparently inspired by a Google April Fool's joke in 2014. Satoru Iwata of Nintendo and Tatsuna Kazu, oh my god, a member of Nintendo and the Pokemon Company created the joke collaboration with Google and called it Google Maps Pokemon Challenge. If you set Aerodactyl as your buddy, you can see it standing on its feet instead of flying, and it is absolutely terrifying. I mean, something out of nightmares. Magikarp was the first ever shiny released in Pokemon Go on March 24th, 2017, and Pikachu was the first ever Community Day on January 20th, 2018. Back when trading was first released, you were able to trade Shadow Pokemon, so technically it was possible to get a lucky Shadow Pokemon, which a small amount of lucky trainers do have to this day. And those were 8 minutes of useless information about Pokemon Go. If you enjoyed this video, check out the other ones on screen because they're just as good, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.